what you're doing here doesn't just have impact in your city, it's going to have a global impact and global visibility amongst these networks. So we're really excited about what you guys are putting energy into this. And thanks to Scott and Monica for their resources and time.
Wow, thanks, Ryan. That really does say a lot. And the folks that I invited know me. They come from a variety of different walks and interests. And they know that health is a big interest of mine. Certainly in the last week, we've seen so much talk about health equity and the impacts of COVID-19 on marginalized communities. Yesterday, the talk about kids not being able to wash their hands and these things. And we heard from Europe that they're about to publish a manifesto across 15 languages in 15 countries, post-COVID-19. In fact, I want to show you guys, I'm going to just give me 1 sec. I'm going to go to screen share. We'll see if it works.
And then Scott, also Ethan just jumped on as well, so he can do his part when you're ready.
Great. Let me see if I can just pull up this slide real quick. So yesterday we talked, one moment. Let's see, all I got to do is slide there. Okay, so we talked about the convergence of issues around place yesterday, and I just wanted to show this for a minute to wind things up as to how our different disciplines of community are intertwined. And we know this very much in public health as well. 80% of your health outcomes are not based on clinical outcomes, but the impacts of your environment, where you live, work, and play, etc. So here was what Europe said. This was fascinating, and I think just trying to set the stage a little bit for why this Wuhan declaration. What are the long-term consequences of COVID, and will we go back to business as usual? What will our public spaces look like after? And we're starting to see a little bit of that happening actually now in Wuhan. So these were some of our conversations yesterday, and I thought they really played into what we're trying to do. And here was a report from New Zealand and the Maori culture, and the placemaking declaration or proclamation, I guess their ethos and all is listed here. And I just love some of the language here. I'll collaborate like mad. It's joyful, and I think I wanted to show you guys that we're not shooting in the dark here. Others around the world are thinking strong, hard, and deep about these topics. That's for the end. I'm going to exit now and give I would like the opportunity now to take 3 minutes of your time. This short, exactly 2-minute and 59-second video, I had to self-produce with my phone and my best thinking as a project for the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. But when I looked at it earlier today, I thought it was really relevant to what we're trying to do here. After that, I'm going to turn it over to Ethan, but just give me 1 second to cue this up.
Hi, I'm Scott Strawbridge. I'm a placemaker and a health equity advocate. For over a decade, I helped plan, build, operate, and activate Northwest Gardens, the first LEED certified affordable housing neighborhood in the world. I became passionate about health equity while serving as a co-leader of a multi-year CDC Healthy Community Zone project. We're helping our neighbors find new ways to reduce the remarkable disparities in life outcomes that occur here and across our country. Our downtown, like many in the U.S., is undergoing a dynamic transformation, yet life looks remarkably different in our nearby historically segregated neighborhoods. Across the span of just 1 mile, unemployment rates triple and life expectancies decline by over 10 years. Health and social outcomes lag far behind our nearby neighbors. The professional community agrees that housing comes first, but what comes next? The health and social disparity issues we face are global in scale, yet solutions are often found at a local level. We need to turn the flow of governance and social services from top down to bottom up. I worked with the Northwest Gardens community to develop a network of 22 community health workers and a simple data-informed framework we call the She Lens. In all matters of change in our public realm, we ask the professionals and policymakers 3 simple questions. Is it sustainable? Is it healthy? Is it equitable? We're collaboratively weaving government and community goals together to create practical strategies for a better future. One early effort brought community-led change to local transit routes. Then, our city planners invited us to contribute ideas for new policies. Now, a number of new health and equity policies have been enacted. Our advocacy is working, but we can't rest. Lives are at stake. I think it's important to share our process and our success stories with others. Recently, I began serving as a co-lead of the PlacemakingUS network. We're part of a global network of leaders who together accelerate placemaking as a way to create healthy, inclusive, and beloved communities. On this platform, I'm able to share our She Lens process and our success stories with placemakers around the US and the world. Placemakers can address social determinants of health on a massive scale, using lighter, quicker, cheaper means towards sustainable, healthy, equitable outcomes. We can't solve our problems through technical expertise alone. We need to enlist the participation and experience of all humans. When we begin with an inclusive and equitable process, equitable outcomes are far more likely. I'm convinced that placemaking and the She Lens can help us get there together. Please help me spread the word.
Okay, let me unshare, stop share. Thank you all, welcome. I hope that tells you a little bit about why I'm here, but there are many other good reasons to be a placemaker than health equity. Let me introduce Ethan Kent from PlacemakingUS, and he can tell you a little bit more about what that last piece I was talking about. Hi, Ethan.
Hey, Scott. Yeah, thanks. Wow. Thanks for sharing all that.